Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Beauty on a Budget. Today is Wednesday, July 30th of 2025. So I was doing this, making over the train case, suitcase thing for my daughter. And I just wanted to run to the thrift store to see if I can find any other material that might be more her colors. But I did make a quick stop at Dollarama. I wanted some of these little sink strainer basket things. Oops, my curtain's gonna blow between me and my camera. Okay, but so this was $1.25, I think it was. Yeah, $1.25. They had one blue, one orange, and two red. I really liked the blue. I don't really know. The red was just a little off, and the orange I know it's like an orangey kind of a color. It was just a really weird orangey kind of color. But I really liked this one. And they only had one. Like I said, I've got my kitchen sink, has the double sink, so I wanted two. But I thought, no, also the laundry room sink, it's handy to have these little basket things, like when you're running just the water, but you don't want anything to get down the drain. So I thought I'll just try the one, and I'll run to the other dollar stores and see if I can find any more of the blue, because I like this color. So, and then I've been trying to do crafting or anything, and I can't find my crafting scissors. So this was $1.50 for just another pair of scissors. Just the basic stainless steel scissors, red handles, and they've got little cherries and little blue flowers on them. I just thought they were kind of cute looking. They had a pair with the purple handle, but then there was nothing on the blade. I kind of liked a little bit of pattern on my blades. So this was $1.50. So it was $2.75 and then 15 cents GST. So it worked out to $2.90 for these two items. But it was really the thrift stores where I really wanted to get to. Just, like I said, I was doing that train case over for my daughter, and I was looking for little pieces of material. So I found this little mauve piece for $2, and it is 38 inches by 28 inches. And I'm going to say, I don't know enough about sewing. I don't really understand the sizes till I lay it out, but I don't know how, much material I need to cover the inside of that case. So I got this one. And then I found this pink one here, and I paid $4 for this one. And it is 56 inches by 25 inches. So this one might work a little bit better. But I thought the combination of these two colors might go good, on the bottom and the top. They do look nice together. And then because it is a case and you do put stuff in it, I thought maybe she would like something darker, because the light stuff can stain with makeup and stuff. So I found these two blue ones. So this blue here was $2, and it's 24 inches by 60 inches. And then this one was $1.50. It's like a really nice navy blue. This is 28 inches by 26 inches. So I bought 4 colors. I already have another one, so I'm helping her later today. So I will let her decide what she would prefer for the lining of the case. And then when I was looking through the fabric, I found this one, and I did spend $5 on this one, and it's 45 inches by 39 inches. But I have some Christmas fabric that looks so close to this that I wanted to make napkins or a table runner out of. I didn't quite have enough, but I thought if I get another pattern that's got the similar color, so it's got the fruit in it, it's got the reds, golds, and greens, that you do a patchwork style, coordinating colors, patchwork style, just looks so much easier, and you can get so much more, placemats done or a nice runner done. So this is 45 inches by 39 inches. So again, it's a pretty good size, but again, it was $5, so it's a little bit, for the amount that I'm getting here is about the same as like these ones, I'm getting $4. So $5 for this one, but I'm going to save this for Christmas project. And then I found one of these corner cutting dials, whatever, paper punch, that's what it is. And it's by Friskers, so it was only $1. I'm just going to take this off because I would love to see what kind of corner cutting it does. I just have a old receipt here, so you just slip it into the one. So it gives a little flower. And it's not going to be perfect because I'm kind of standing and I'm just holding it in my hand, and this one, you know, and it rounds it out, and it's got the little, another little flower. This one, I don't think I had it in as far as it should go. I will retry that one. Okay, so just slip it in there. Oh no, see, I still didn't have it in far enough, but that one, and then there's one more. And so it kind of rounds out the thing, gives a little. So for $1, I need to like be more steady trying to do this. In just a second here. Just a message just popped up on my screen. So for $1, it will give me 3 fancy designs for doing corners for when I do my paper crafting. And then I had also found this was $1.50. It's a cute little tin, and you get 6, it says miniature autumn cookie cutters. And so I love these little mini cookie cutters. I'm going to be making some pie, and I wanted to do some fancy crust on them so I can between the difference between the blueberry and the cherry. I haven't done any cherry pie yet because I can't eat cherries, and the cherries, once they're cooked, look so close to the raspberry or the blueberry that I just didn't do the cherry one yet. But this way I can make my pies, and I can kind of put a different pattern. So there's a couple different leaves on here, so I can kind of change the idea for the crust on the top so I can know which pie was which. So it was like $1.50, and I love cookie cutters. And then finally got a couple more things like this big, I know it's for shoes or purses. I use these for purses, and this was $3. And so it's double-sided, so it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pockets, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pockets. So it's 10 pockets. This is going to hold a lot of my purses. I do have 2 of these, but the 2 I have are only 5 pockets. So one side has 3 and the other side has 2. So this actually has the same number of pockets as the 2 I have. So this is going to help me organize my purses. And then I did get a few more of these little storage boxes here. I love these little storage boxes. I use them all the time for lots of things. And so these were $1 each. So I grabbed the 3 nicest ones, and I believe these are going to fit in my little cubicles. I've had that problem before. Thinking that, you know, 12 by 12 doesn't fit because my little cubicles are actually only like 11 by 11. So these, I didn't even measure. So I'm hoping these will fit, but for $1, I can even just set these up on top of the shelf, or just on a bookshelf, or just on the floor under, like I've put these under my nightstand, or under my, was it in the living room, I'm just the little console table, or in my front entrance on the other, underneath the other little, I guess another little console table kind of a thing. So $1. So I got 1 of this dark pink or magenta, and then I got 2 of this lighter pink ones. And I do like these ones actually have a handle. Makes it a little bit easier pulling them in and out from under things. So I'm just going to see, making sure that I did make sure that they all had their little thing. I've made that mistake before too. I've bought these even brand new, and they will not have this. But this is easy to fix. It's just a thin piece of cardboard, and I've just done that where I bought in brand new ones and they were missing that piece. So just a piece of cardboard and just kind of cover it with material or something. So yeah, $1 each. So I bought 3 of these, and I'm realizing I think these are the 12 by 12, so I don't think they're going to fit in the cubicle, but that's okay. I've got so many other places that I need these type of things to organize all my stuff. I think that was everything. I'm just going to double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 items. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops. Am I missing something? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know. I see. I did count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, okay, that was everything. I just didn't see some of the material. I thought maybe I missed something. So my total was $23. And then there was $1.10 GST. So my total came to $24.10. So not bad for, you know, under $25 to get the material and all the bins to sort. And then of course, even getting these I find I love these little paper punches. So I'm just gonna get a different paper and do this on a hard surface. It's hard holding the paper, especially the receipts, they're flimsy. So I'll be back with a different piece of paper and showing you exactly what all 3 designs look like. Okay, sorry, it took a little longer than expected. The first piece of paper I had was just too thin. It was not fitting in here. It was kind of crinkling. The second piece of heavy cardstock was too thick for this to cut through, so I had to go and find another piece. So this is the one corner. It's really nice. Actually, I'll just do this. So my shirt is the perfect color, as you can see. So that is the one. I like this one here with the little tulip. And then this one here. And it's not perfectly cut out. That's okay. One of the little flower petals is not fully out. That's okay. With practice, I can get this. I don't really use a lot of paper punches, or the corner cutting ones, so it's just with practice. But I have to say the tulip one is my favorite. And then I also like this one, how it's got the little, I don't know, little M kind of a shape there. And then this one here with this flower is just a perfectly rounded, or it would have been if I would have had my paper a little more straight. But for $1 to be able to get the little corner cuts, it is just so cute. Yeah, so that was everything that I got today. I'm not sure. I've got to go run back out with my other daughter now. So I don't know if I'm going to... So I think I'll be back because I'll probably end up buying some more stuff. Alright, so yesterday I ended up having to take my one daughter to work, and I had to go pick up my other daughter and help her take her cat to get groomed. She's got like a Maine Coon mixed cat. Oh, I got something, pet hair on me. Yeah, so she went and took her cat to a new groomer and got a lion cat. So her cat looks really cute now. So I was out. So like I said, I like that blue one, but I wanted to see if there's more color. So I went to another Dollarama and I found these purple ones. I think it's dark enough that when it's in the black sink, it's not going to be as visible as that bright blue. I like the blue to be down in the basement in the laundry room. It's going to match the blue walls downstairs. But I think the purple is going to be not so noticeable. Like the red just seemed really bright. Then there was that orangey gold kind of color, and it's just not really my kind of color. So these were $1. I think they're $1.25 each. Yes, they're $1.25 each. So like I said, I got the purple ones. It's more my kind of color. It's just gonna give the sink something. I was really actually looking for a new actual stopper, because the one we have doesn't work all the time. But these are also just going to help catch any food bits that go down. And then of course we have the other side of the sink that is just rinsing only, and I really want one of these for in that side anyways. Like I said, they have the ones that are just the mesh and they're just the stainless steel, but I like having a little bit of color. And then I also grabbed one of these little broom holders. This is made by Javex. It's $1.50, and this is just the self-adhesive. I just have down in my laundry, or by my laundry room sink, kind of down in the utility room. I've got my mop and mop bucket that I have sitting there, and I just wanted somewhere for my mop to just hang so it's not sitting in the mop bucket. I don't mind, you know, like I said, like this one doesn't screw on. I need the ones that screw on for holding like my actual steam wand or the actual vacuum, but because it's just going to hold one little mop, I find the self-adhesive ones work just as good. If you have anything heavier or multiple, like I had some of those ones that would have like 3 or 4 of these and they were just self-adhesive, I found they didn't work as good, depending on, you know, if you have so many mops or brooms and you kind of have them like something very light on this side, you got everything heavy on the one side, you know, just kind of balancing out the weight was tricky on some of those. So heavy things like this is, it's up to, I read it, 3.3 pounds. So obviously if you have anything that's going to be more than 5 pounds, it's best to have it screwed into the wall. Although I will say if you're a renter, sometimes this is the best thing you can do. Although I will say, as somebody who has rented in the past, I don't think they'd mind if you make a few small holes to put something up. Things like this I have actually hung up in different closets in some rentals, and then I've left them there. That's an option too. They don't seem to, or at least part of my thing, they didn't seem to mind. I put it up, I left it there. You know, the next renter can use it, or when it's, you know, between renters, if the rental company decides they don't want it, they can take it out and then they can fix the wall. I'd rather leave it than trying to leave big holes, especially some of them have the plastic anchors. So that was just something when I used to do. And they had a couple cookbooks. That's one of the things I always look for is cookbooks at Dollarama or Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree doesn't really have too much for books right now, but Dollarama does usually have a pretty good selection. I got this one. They had the other one. It was the Disney Hocus Pocus one. And I'm not really into the Halloween type stuff. I've watched that movie probably 3 or 4 times my entire life, like since it's been out. So it's not a movie that I really do watch. I mean, I know we took the kids a couple years ago to this movie. It was a cheap night, you know. They were just playing it. I know it's been on TV kind of thing, you know, but it was $5. So this Dollarama, their cookbooks were $5. Some of the other ones, $4.50, $5 for a cookbook. But I got this one instead. This is Bake It with Mel. This is the Sweet Treats. So 10 ingredients, 100 plus recipes. So I love they got like, I love these type of cookbooks that, let's see, where, you know, it's got an introduction to, you know, who she is, which I don't know. I think she must be on one of those baking networks. Oh, I don't know. I'd have to. And then when you scroll through, flip through, you know, it's got like the basic ingredients. And then a description of all the ingredients, and it even has like conversions, like substituting, you know, how to make your own self-rising flour, cake flour, nut flours. It talks about the different types of dairies. And then it even has like utensils. And I find these type of cookbooks are really, really good for a first-time baker who, you know, doesn't really know the tools, don't know what they're called, don't really know how to use them. I mean, I use them. I don't always know what everything is called. I might accidentally call something the wrong thing. But I like that everything is laid out. And then it has the basic baking techniques. And I like this too because there are, like, been baking for quite a while, but I still find, like, if I don't do, like, I don't do meringues. I've never done, or I have tried in the past, but they never work properly. So I'm like, well, I'm one of those people who I actually sit down and read cookbooks like I would a book. Then it's got bread dough techniques. Same thing. I've had bread that is burnt on the outside, raw in the center. I don't know how. I do that sometimes. And then, of course, chocolate tempering. That's why I usually just go with chocolate bars from the store, melt them down, and they've already been tempered. That way, you know, you don't have to do all this stuff. Like, you can, but I kind of avoid this. But, and then it's got other things. And then it's got all the recipes. And what I like about this one is these are just simple recipes. I mean, they sound like really hard things to make, but it's just so simplified. Like the marzipan, when I think that was the first page I flipped to, yes, was the marzipan. And I'm like, I've made marzipan like 2 or 3 times in the last 10 years. And everybody's amazed that, like, you know, you can make marzipan. Isn't it so hard? I'm like, no, it's not that hard to do. But it just sounds so hard. It sounds impressive. And so it's just, this is all desserts. And I love to do, I like to bake more desserts than anything. So this cookbook was $5. And it's just, I like the pictures, and it's got, like, you know, each step is really detailed. Like, it's like a paragraph per step telling you exactly how to do everything, which I find is really good when some recipes like desserts, I don't believe there's recipes in here I thought, oh, I've never made that type of a cookie, I've never done that type of a thing, because I can never find a recipe that's detailed enough. So, and I also am one of those people who I prefer a hard copy cookbook that I know is going to work. I've looked up recipes online, and you can read the base, if you know basic how to make a cake or a bread or some cookies, you read the recipe, you can tell if the ingredient list sounds right or wrong, something just sounds like it's missing something, or the measurements don't seem like they would work. But in cookbooks like this, it's so much easier to tell if it's going to work or not. I think that was everything from this Dollarama, so my total was $9 and then 45 cents for GST, so $9.45 for those items. And then I was out with my husband. After I took my daughter and her cat home, I picked my husband up. So we went to the mall. We had supper at the mall, and the mall was closing. He's like, oh, do you want to get Starbucks here, or we can go somewhere else? We can kind of sit down. So we decided the mall was closing in less than 10 minutes. Let's just go to the other Starbucks, just across the street from the mall, and then we can, like, decide if we're going to sit down or if we're going to go somewhere else or home or something. And so I always look at their, you know, selection of water bottles or reusable mugs. I don't really need any, although I don't really have any water bottles, not like this. So it was in the clearance, so it was $15.99. And then it wasn't until I got home that I flipped the bottom, and so the US price is $29.95. The Canadian price is $41.95 on clearance for like $16. And because it's under $20, I cashed in 400 stars and I got it for free. And then we had to make a trip. Had to make a trip to Walmart, and so these Keurig coffee things. I opened it, so it's a little Keurig K-cup ones. This is the Starbucks Sansera blend, so it's notes of bright citrus and toasted almonds. This was like one of their newest ones for this season. I do have the coffee, I just have not had time to try it yet. I was trying, before I open a new bag of coffee, I had a little bit left in the other one, and I just haven't made much coffee in the last 2 or 3 months, like not enough to go through what I had. So this was on clearance for $6. So my husband bought me one last night. He said, take it home and see how I like it, and if I like it, he'll buy me more. And we just didn't get a chance to get back to Walmart yet today, but I made it last night, and I haven't made these Keurigs for a while. And so my machine has, you know, like 8 ounces or 14 ounces. And I haven't done the Keurig. Usually when I'm making coffee, I just fill it up to the max line. So that's what I did. I filled my Keurig section to the max, not realizing that mine only has 1 button. I've had another machine with the Keurig thing that had 2 buttons. So you press if you're doing a regular small cup, or you press something else if you're doing a larger cup. Mine only has the 1 setting. So I made mine kind of watery. Still good, but a little watery. So if it's supposed to be done with 8 ounces, I made mine with 14 ounces. So I'm like, it's like a weak cup of coffee, but it was still good. I just added extra creamer to it. So I'm gonna have to try. And so it'll taste even better when I make it properly. It's the first time, like I've said, I've made that mistake before when I haven't used these Keurig or the K-cups for a while on my machine. And that was everything from the shopping trips yesterday. Yes. Again, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who subscribes to my channels and watches my videos, and I will see you in the next ones. Bye.